Hello star seekers. This is Jeeny from Horoscope Forecasts 369. Whether you're an Aries or a Pisces, we're here to guide you. Let's cut through the cosmic noise and dive into today's horoscope predictions. Thursday, July 6th, 2023. The astrology of today, all signs. With today's Mars-Neptune Quincunx, we can feel a little stuck, uncertain of what we truly want and where to head until we get in touch with the spiritual or emotional needs we may have overlooked. This transit can temporarily undercut our confidence in taking action or asserting ourselves. However, if our plans are running counter to our ideals, it's a time to recognize our spiritual or emotional needs and make adjustments before pushing forward. As the day advances, we approach a Mercury-Uranus sextile that encourages alternative approaches, new ideas, and scientific thinking. Intuition is strong, and insights are quick and exciting. Original, creative ideas and theories come naturally. We can take advantage of this by solving problems in new, innovative ways. Varying our usual routine may be especially rewarding, and ideas to do so abound. The moon is void from 9:42 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, with the moon's last aspect before changing signs and opposition to Mars until the moon enters Pisces at 1:33 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Today's Aries horoscope. With Mars, your ruler, in awkward aspect to the planet of dreams today, dear Aries, you could be uncertain in the first half of the day. You could be on the fence about a matter, possibly a romance or creative pursuit, as you could question whether it's truly in line with your ideals or dreams. This is likely temporary, but the need to adjust your expectations or plans can arise now. As the day advances, your mood lightens, and things are clearer. In fact, you can make interesting discoveries, particularly about home, money, or domestic matters. There can be fresh solutions and alternate methods that are satisfying. You're flexible and open-minded. Today's Taurus horoscope. In the first half of the day, a Mars-Neptune transit can leave you feeling a little down or lacking in motivation, dear Taurus. Because this temporary situation can undoubtedly weaken your resolve, do what you can to take a light schedule now. At the same time, you could be feeling a tad alienated, as if you don't know what to expect from others and can't seem to rely on anyone. Turn this energy into a positive by concentrating on something for you and about you. Others will be knocking at your door if you are demonstrating independence, but don't expect to entirely please them right now. As the day advances, you're more fluent than usual when expressing your ideas. It's a good time to broach a topic that requires open minds. This is a time for a bright idea or intellectual win. Today's Gemini horoscope. Your openness and sense of fun attract opportunities today, dear Gemini, but the first half of the day can find you with low energy. If you're finding yourself inexplicably down or tired, it may be a hint that you need some creative inspiration. There can be some uncertainty now, but if you resolve to let it happen, your intuition engages, and a break is just what you need. There can be some ups and downs to deal with concerning energy and confidence levels, but you ultimately feel hopeful and positive about what's before you. As the day advances, we head toward a Mercury-Uranus transit, which is good for particular ease and flow with communications. You are less attached to what you're expressing, and this helps you to talk about things, even difficult matters, with facility, making this a good time to release some stress or share a problem with someone. Today's Cancer horoscope. The first half of the day could be confusing or vaguely tense, dear Cancer, particularly if you are relying on schedules to go as planned or if you are trying to rush something. Life can feel chaotic, or you could feel a little out of step, largely due to a sense that you're missing something or not entirely on top of things. It's a better time to draw on your imagination to envision the things that might help balance your life than implementing something new. You're best off leaving the actual pursuit of these things to a more productive and clear day. As the day progresses, you should be feeling less pressured. In fact, it's a fine time to get your point across. You can be especially witty or insightful, and others appreciate you for your ideas and gestures. Today's Leo horoscope. Complicated feelings can bubble up to the surface in the first half of the day, dear Leo, seemingly out of nowhere. Anger or resentment that you've buried or brushed to the side can emerge now in unexpected ways, and while the feelings can be confusing at first, and you should absolutely deal with them, do not let them control you either. There's also a small tendency to want to appease others rather than deal with problems, and enjoying an escape of sorts may be a good idea. However, it's best to avoid nurturing others' false beliefs or making promises you'll regret fulfilling later. While you may be tentative this morning, as the day advances, enthusiasm and confidence build. Your thinking is particularly creative and inventive. Thoughts of the past or private, complicated matters continue to dominate, but they're clearer. You might draw on experience to advance a project or to improve business affairs. There can be an impulse to contact someone or surprising news or contact figures strongly. New ideas result from a change of pace. Today's Virgo horoscope. In the first half of the day, the tendency for something to burn out nearly as quickly as it started runs high, dear Virgo. Both physically and mentally, avoid overexerting yourself. Overdoing something now can prevent you from continuing it tomorrow, so take it easy. It's also better not to make deals and agreements temporarily, as they can be challenging to fulfill later. You may need to back away from a problem to let your mind rest and allow your intuition to kick in. As the day advances, you regain the ability to focus, and your focal point tends to be something positive and practical, even futuristic. A Mercury-Uranus transit dominates later today, positioning you well for learning new skills, particularly of a technical or scientific nature, and for conversations that can lead to something more helpful. New ideas and alternative methods can be inspiring now. You might choose to start a conversation about something that requires an open mind. Today's Libra horoscope. There may be problems with distractions getting in the way of work or business in the first half of the day, dear Libra. Imagination is powerful, and intuition is possibly a little faulty. There can be confusion related to your social life. Remember that guilt can get in the way of healthy relating and clear decision-making right now. Something someone does can throw you off center, remind you of the past, or leave you feeling insecure. It's a temporary issue, so try not to take things to heart. You may only have part of the story, and the coming days will help clarify things. For now, choose entertaining, imaginative activities. Later today is strong for self-expression and pleasant surprises. Support seems to be there when you need it most. Others come through in a pinch, and this can lift your spirits. Updating or refreshing a project, particularly related to career or business, can be most successful now. Research can bring surprising results. Today's Scorpio horoscope. Filling in the blanks could be a time and energy waste in the first half of the day, dear Scorpio. Energy around you can be a little slack, although if you resign yourself to the idea, it can be pleasantly so. It takes work to get clear answers. Indeed, there can be some matters that trip you up. Nevertheless, keep in mind that we're not seeing the whole story, and in fact, there can be some confusion circulating. Be patient, since what you need to know will eventually reach you. Choose more imaginative activities if possible, and avoid overcommitting yourself. If you can find a way to enjoy a creative escape from stress, it would be most helpful. As the day advances, conversations can inspire and uplift. You are more expressive, and you might hear something that awakens your inner spirit. Today's Sagittarius horoscope. Desires can come on suddenly in the first half of the day but may not last, dear Sagittarius, so keep that in mind if something takes hold of you and you want immediate results. It's a strong time for incubating ideas, but there are better times to launch them. Some uncertainty or unpredictability in others is likely, but don't let others' behavior faze you or prevent you from enjoying yourself. At the same time, you might temporarily lose touch with your creative muse or doubt a person in your life, but these feelings will pass. However, a Mercury-Uranus transit comes into play, and your mind deserves a break from the humdrum. You can enjoy strong intuition with work methods or health matters. A surprise connection or friendship can occur, particularly through daily routines, work, or the pursuit of health goals. Today's Capricorn horoscope. In the first half of the day, some confusing impulses are likely, dear Capricorn. It can be difficult to get what you want today, especially if you are not entirely sure you want it or deserve it. Distractions can be plenty, particularly social ones, and your mind is inclined to wander. You can be tempted to maneuver your way out of or around an unpleasant responsibility now. In the process, however, watch that you don't complicate matters for yourself at a later date. Don't push for an answer, as they, and you, may not be ready. As the day advances, you feel lighter and more communicative. Your ideas cause a positive stir, or others seek your advice. Plans change at the very last minute, allowing for experiences that are more spontaneous, freeform, and inspirational. Interesting conversations can figure strongly. Today's Aquarius horoscope. In the first half of the day, you can feel just a tad out of step, dear Aquarius, but off timing is likely temporary. There is roundabout energy with you that can serve to stimulate your imaginative side, but it can frustrate you if you're looking for clear answers. Avoid nurturing others' misconceptions, and try not to take promises made now to heart. You can be unsure whether you can trust your instincts or communicate effectively about a personal matter. Your faith in others can also be out of step right now. Try not to allow misunderstandings negatively affect you, however. Someone may be unreliable or wrapped up in their own issues. Later today, things are clearer. In fact, you are more likely to voice concerns and express your ideas. You are entertaining alternatives and thinking outside the box. Feeling intellectually stimulated comes as a nice boost. There can be a psychic rapport with others or a powerful sense of trends influencing your interactions and projects. Today's Pisces horoscope. In the first half of the day, distractions or vague worries can leave you feeling slightly off-center, dear Pisces. Misunderstandings are possible. You may be on the fence about an issue, but it's probably better to stay that way just now, as it's difficult to discern between whim and genuine desire temporarily. However, this can be a strong time for mental energy, especially as the day advances. A Mercury-Uranus aspect comes into play and positions you well for catching on to new thought waves or trends, making your communications particularly timely and appreciated. It's good energy for expressing your ideas and sharing stories. You enjoy the people in your life a little more than usual, and exchanging ideas can strengthen a relationship. As we wrap up, I'm Jeeny thanking you for tuning in to Horoscope Forecasts 369. Remember, these are guides, but your will shapes your destiny. Like, share, subscribe for more astro insights, and let the stars guide you until we meet again. Take care.